Welcome back to another classic episode of Wheel of Fortune. We're throwing it back to November 25th, 2014. For a game that was full of incredible highs and some truly unforgettable moments. Jim Thornton is ready, Pat and Vanna are on stage, and 3 new contestants are about to spin for their chance at a fortune. First up, we have our contestants. From the left, we've got Laura, a stay-at-home mom with a bright smile. In the middle is Rick, a firefighter with a ton of energy, ready to tackle the wheel. And on the right, we have Sarah, a schoolteacher hoping to solve her way to a big win for her students. The studio is buzzing, and you can feel the excitement in the air. Let's get right into the first toss-up puzzle, worth $1,000. The category is thing. The letters start popping up, and Rick buzzes in with incredible speed. A winning combination. That's it. Rick is on the board with a quick grand, and he'll be starting us off in round 1. The first puzzle of the main game is, under the category same letter, Rick gives the wheel a powerful spin. He starts strong, landing on $500 and calling a T. There are 3 of them. He buys an E, then an A, but his next spin hits a roadblock with a lose-a-turn. Ouch. Control passes to Sarah. She starts her turn. Lands on the wild card and calls a C for C's. What a fantastic start for her. She picks up the wild card and keeps spinning. She lands on 500 and calls an H, then buys an O. The board is really filling up now. She decides to solve charming, courageous, and charismatic. You got it? Sarah is on the board with a nice chunk of change and the valuable wild card. Time for our second toss-up, this one for $2,000. The category is living things. Letters are appearing, and Laura buzzes in this time. A flock of seagulls. Correct. Laura gets on the board with $2,000, and she will start the next round. This next round is the mystery round, and the category is food and drink. Laura gives the wheel its first spin for this round. She finds a couple of N's, buys a vowel, and then lands on the mystery wedge. She finds an S now. She has a big decision. Does she flip the wedge? There's $10,000 on the back, but the other side is a bankrupt. She thinks for a moment, and she goes for it. She flips it over, and it's the $10,000. The crowd goes wild. Laura is ecstatic. She keeps her turn, calls a D, buys an I, and then solves the puzzle. Delicious cinnamon Danish. Absolutely correct. What a round for Laura, who just rocketed into the lead with a massive score. Before we head to the next round, let's get to know our players a little better. Laura talks about her 2 wonderful kids. Rick shares a funny story from the fire station. And Sarah tells us about her passion for teaching and her dream of taking her class on a special field trip. 3 great people, all hoping to win big. It's time for the prize puzzle round. The category is What Are You Doing? The prize on the line is a fantastic trip to the beautiful island of Jamaica. Rick is up and he needs to catch up. He starts with a great spin, landing on the express wedge. He calls a G. There are 3 of them. He decides to hop on the express. This is a huge risk, but it could pay off big. He calls an N, an R, A, T, buys an I, calls an S, buys an L. He is on fire. He's clearing the board. He correctly solves, relaxing in the sun. That's it. Rick not only wins the cash from that round, but he's also going to Jamaica. What a comeback. We move on to our third and final toss-up, worth $3,000. The category is in the kitchen. The letters start to fill in, and Rick buzzes in again. Salt and pepper shakers. He's on a roll. That $3,000 pads his lead even more as we head into the next round. Round 4 begins, and Rick is in control. The category is phrase. He starts with a spin, finds a few consonants, but the wheel isn't quite as kind this time. Control moves over to Sarah. She still has that wild card. She puts it to good use, adding another consonant and boosting her score. But time is running out. The final spin bells ring, which means it's Pat's turn to give the wheel one last spin. Consonants will be worth $1,600 each. Laura calls a letter that appears twice, giving her a nice boost. But it's Sarah who sees the solution. She calls it, "You can count on me," correct? After all the scores are tallied, it's Rick who has come out on top. His big win in the prize puzzle round secured his spot as tonight's champion. He's heading to the bonus round with an impressive total, and that trip to Jamaica already locked in. Congratulations, Rick. Laura and Sarah played great games, and will be going home with their winnings as well. Now for the big moment. Rick joins Pat and Vanna at the bonus wheel. He gives it a mighty spin and lands on the A in Americas. He's handed the final puzzle envelope. The category is thing. As always, RSTLN and ER provided. The board shows a 2-word puzzle. Not a lot to work with. He needs to choose his letters. He goes with C, D, M, and A. A few helpful letters pop up. He now has 10 seconds to solve Magic Wand. He looks at the board, thinking hard. Magic ... he says it, then hesitates. The seconds tick away, Magic Wand. He gets it just in the nick of time. The crowd erupts. Pat opens the envelope to reveal what he's won. It's the $100,000. Unbelievable. The confetti falls. Rick is in shock, and Pat and Vanna celebrate with him. What an incredible finish to an amazing game. Trip to Jamaica and $100,000 richer. Just doesn't get any better than that on Wheel of Fortune. Thanks for joining us for this fantastic throwback episode. What a performance by Rick. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next classic episode. We'll see you next time.